Yeah, man, this is what the fuck with hip hop moments, bro. Allegedly, news has came out. I don't know through what resource or what publishing from anywhere, but I mean I have no idea. But it's being said that Nate Dogg's son said that Snoop Dogg stole Nate Dogg's catalog and things to that nature. Y'all see right now, Nate Dogg's son, Nathan, is accusing Snoop Dogg of grabbing his dad's unreleased masters from grandma's house with only her. Okay, skipping the rest of the family. Over 500 tracks missing since Nate Dogg's passing, and with Snoop Dogg owning Death Row, the beef heating up over who controls the catalog. Do you think Snoop should hand over Nate's masters to the family? Of course. Come on, man. How you just gonna take somebody's masters if it's true? If it's true. I don't know how true this is, you know what I'm saying? So I can't put nothing past nothing. But at the same time, too, Snoop Dogg is a sneaky motherfucker. I don't rep Snoop Dogg like that. I don't see Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm saying, in that type of, respectable level. I don't like Snoop Dogg. I just don't. And I'm gonna keep it 100, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. This man's son said, allegedly, he's accusing Snoop Dogg of grabbing his dad's unreleased masters from his grandma's house. That's crazy. Over 500 tracks. Think about that for a minute. And Snoop Dogg is the owner of Death Row now. And when Suge Knight gets out, because Suge Knight is getting out pretty soon. Yup. He put an appeal, and the appeal went through, and the judge granted it because of racial issues and because also he was set up by some people to go ahead and take the downfall, and that's why they gave Suge 28 years. But he's about to get out sometime pretty soon, and Snoop Dogg is gonna run. I already know it. I already know that once Suge steps foot out that prison and he goes back, he's gonna take back what is his. You best to fucking believe it. And on top of that, I already know Snoop Dogg is a liar. Lied about Tupac, going to go see Tupac at the hospital. I mean, the whole nine. He was crying and all that other bullshit. It's all a clout just to, play the victim part, to play the victim role. Oh no, I love Pac and all that, man. It's all bullshit. Cause after Pac died, he was seen partying with P. Diddy and shit. I don't want to hear that shit. And as you can see, Nate Dogg's son says Snoop stole his father music rights from his grandma's house. How conniving can you fucking be? From the grandmama's house, if this is true. I'm not saying that it's true because I don't know. I don't have the exact resources or anyone to collaborate with the story. But as I'm searching and browsing through, I find this. And I don't want to believe, even though I don't like Snoop Dogg, I'm not biased, but I don't want to believe that he did that to Nate Dogg. You know what Nate Dogg meant to Death Row? You know what Nate Dogg meant to, you know what I'm saying, just to the music industry itself and what he did for Death Row? You know what I'm saying? That man will always and forever be a legend. You feel me? He laid tracks with Pac, Snoop Dogg, the Dogg Pound, Dr. Dre, and with East Coast rappers, Mid Coast rappers, you name it. Nate Dogg was everywhere. One of the best to ever do it. And Nate Dogg died so mysteriously. And it points the finger towards the industry, but they said that he died of natural causes. Things that make you go, But if Snoop Dogg did this shit to his homeboy Nate Dogg, to his dog Nate Dogg, that's fucked up, man. But I come to find this, you know what I'm saying, when I at least expected it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, like I said, bouncing around, just looking at things, looking at news, looking at things that is going on with Donald Trump and the Epstein file. You know what I'm saying? Also streaming to look what's going on in the basketball world, because y'all know I love basketball. And I happen to find this. I don't, like I said, if this is found out to be true, I believe Snoop Dogg should be held accountable, and he should be held responsible, because Snoop Dogg has pulled some strings and done some sneaky shit in the past. So I don't put none past it if it is true. And he needs to pay for this if it's fucking true. I don't care what people say. Oh, this is bananas. Oh, that's just all hoax. It's all a lie. It's all bullshit. Man, don't believe that shit, Chico Black. Listen, it's not the point that I believe it until I find out that it's true. I'm going to do more research to see if any resources do have this story. But I was bouncing around, like I said, and bam, I come to land on this. I'm going to tell y'all something. People in the industry, the ones that people look up to, the ones that people worship and say, oh my God, that's my hero. Oh my God, that's my greatest rapper. I'm the greatest fan. Oh my God. Those are the ones that do the worst. Those are the ones that be doing all that sneaky shit. Those are the ones that follow rituals and do all that satanic shit, and they do whatever the fuck their handler tells them to do. Why would Nate Dogg's son put this shit out there if it wasn't true? I ain't never heard Nate Dogg's son say anything about the industry, about what they did to his father. I ain't never heard Nate Dogg, come out saying anything. If anything, shit, he has kept himself out of the spotlight since his father died. So if Snoop Dogg really did this shit, man, you are foul as fuck. And even though I don't like him, I can't sit here and blame him for something that I don't know. But if it happens to be true, if it's accordingly, to the point, and it's exactly right with facts, boy, I'm telling you, you should be held accountable for your bullshit. That's all I'm saying. How in the hell you gonna go to Nate Dogg's grandmama's house and steal 500 missing tracks? 500. It's not 1 or 5 or 50 or 100. It's 500 motherfucking tracks. So my thing is this. Snoop Dogg is known to do some creepy shit, some fucked up shit to certain individuals, and especially Tupac. Especially with Tupac. And Keefy D is about to hit, they're already on trial. I believe Wack 100 already testified. You know what I'm saying? So if anything is indicated that they call Snoop Dogg to go to trial and testify, or they call him as a suspect, whatever the case may be, and then add this to the equation, Snoop Dogg is fucked. But Snoop Dogg right now is living the time of his life. He is living the time of his life. This dude is in the Olympics. He's over here. He's in another country. This dude is living the life. But I'm going to tell you one thing. If this shit comes out to be true, you know what? I always believed that he was a sneaky motherfucker. But if he gets away with this, bro, that'll be the final for me. You feel me? And it's so disrespectful, how you can actually pull some shit like that on somebody that loved you and respected you, because Nate Dogg was that real. Nate Dogg wasn't no buster, a clout. In that type of perspectives, I'm putting it as he was one of the loyalest people in death row. Put it how you put it, it doesn't matter. So if it is true that Snoop Dogg did to Nate Dogg, that's irresponsible, that's being immature, and most importantly, that's being disrespectful. You see, when you don't hold yourself with the accountabilities and You demand something that's not even according to you. That is so disrespectful in a way. So for him to even pull that type of behavior and disrespect towards somebody that loved you and respect you very much, if it's true, again, if it's true for you to take his masters and his son saying that you did and over 500 tracks, that is disloyalty. That is to the lowest of the lowest. However you put it, you will get your karma back if this is true. You will be dealt with if this is true. And if his son pursues and takes you to court and it's found out if this is true, you scarred. That's 500 tracks. You can't come back from that. From his grandmother's house? You have to be the lowest of the lowest. You have to be a punk bitch to do some shit like that, if it's true. You see how I'm saying if it's true? I'm not saying that it's confirmed. I'm not saying that you know what I'm saying, he did it, because I'll be lying and that'll be biased, and to him that'll be disrespectful. But if you did pull some shit like that, man, you know what? I know Nate Dogg is watching his son from heaven, and I know he's watching his grandma from heaven, and you're gonna get your karma sooner or later, bruh. All that gangster shit you be talking, all that real shit you be talking, bro, you fake as fuck, bro. And I'll be the first one to tell you. But that's all I got today, you know what I'm saying? And I hope it's not true, bro, because if it is, man, you the lowest of the lowest, just like P. Diddy. Ugh, disgusting, bro. But y'all leave y'all comments down below and tell me what y'all think. Tell me if this is real or this is fake, if this is true, because I don't know if it's true. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and confide with me and telling me what's going on, because I was browsing through in the internet and this is what I found. You feel me? But y'all go ahead and holler at me and let me know. There's your boy Chico Black. Peace.